Francis Ngannou on Saturday needed just 111 to dispatch Junior dos Santos in the UFC on ESPN 3 headliner, as he finished the Brazilian with punches at the Target Center in Minneapolis and solidified his claim on a second shot at the Ultimate Fighting Championship heavyweight crown. His last 3 fights, all first-round finishes, have lasted a combined total of 142 seconds. The Predator looks poised to finally live up to the hype that accompanied the first half of his UFC career. The heavyweight anchor, Joseph Benavidez, stopped Josier Formiga with a head kick and follow-up punches in the second round of their flyweight rematch. Damian Maia turned away Anthony Rocco Martin by majority decision. Bink Pickle outpointed Roosevelt Roberts, and Drew Dober and Alonzo Menafield picked up a pair of first-round stoppages. The Vanquished will provide a short recap of the main card fights before assessing who the losers should square off against next. Let's get to it. Junior dos Santos vs. Alexander Volkov. After dos Santos experienced something of a career resurgence and put together an impressive 3-fight winning streak across the last 12 months, any hopes that Ngannou would vie for the heavyweight title for a record 4th time came crashing down when he confronted Ngannou's terrifying power. Despite the loss, dos Santos seemed relatively upbeat at the post-fight press conference and affirmed his determination to rebuild on his way back to title contention. A good place to start that campaign would be opposite Volkov, who has not fought since his knockout loss to Derek Lewis at UFC 229. Josier Formiga vs. Alexander Pantoja Davison Figueiredo winner. It had been 6 years since Formiga first squared off with Benavidez inside the octagon, and although the Brazilian enjoyed more success the second time around, the end result remained the same. The technical knockout loss puts an end to the Formiga's 4-fight winning streak, as his title aspirations at 125 pounds once again take a backseat. As for who he should face next, the line of potential suitors is relatively short. That happens when the promotion cuts 2/3 of a division, but the winner of Pantoja Figueiredo makes sense from a rankings perspective. Anthony Rocco Martin vs. Mike Perry. Martin did a lot of things right in his welterweight showcase opposite Maia, as he stuffed the Brazilian's takedown attempts and forced the action on the feet. Unfortunately for Martin, most of this success came in the final round after he was smothered on the ground and against the fence through the first 10 minutes. With his 4-fight winning streak snapped, Martin will need to regroup before relaunching his assault on the top 15 at 170 pounds. A fight with the enigmatic Perry seems like an appropriate first step in that process. Roosevelt Roberts vs. Matt Frevola. Roberts had designs on registering his 4th win in 11 months in his showdown with Pickle, but instead lost a gutsy unanimous decision to The Ultimate Fighter, Season 15 semi-finalist. At 25 years old, Roberts has plenty of time to improve and grow, and he remains a must-watch prospect for the time being. He should next fight a fellow Dana White's Contender Series alum in Frevola, who last appeared at UFC 236, where he picked up a victory over Jalen Turner. Marco Polo Reyes vs. Daryl Horcher. Reyes did not last long against the power-punching Dober, as he succumbed to strikes barely a minute into the opening round. It marked the 3rd loss in 4 fights for El Toro, and given the depth of talent in the lightweight division, he is likely at risk of being cut from the roster. Loser leaves town. Fight with Horcher, who has had a similarly unimpressive run over the past few years, is a sensible move. Paul Craig vs. Sam Alvey. Klitz and Abreu winner. Craig for a time executed his game plan to perfection against Menafield, as he forced the undefeated Texan into close quarters, fished for submissions and even landed some sneaky, good punches and kicks at range. However, the Virgil zigged when he should have zagged, and Menafield seized the opportunity, putting down Craig with punches after he threw an ill-timed spinning kick in the first round. Craig is now 2-2 in his last 4 outings and continues to tread water after his much-hyped debut 2.5 years ago. He should fight the winner of Elvia Abreu after they throw down in 4 weeks' time. Let's block ads. Why?